Now, I'm sure if you guys are familiar with my channel and what we have been covering over the course of the last couple of weeks, we have been covering a lot of trade rumors that have been going around, a lot of trades that actually went down before the deadline, and even the buyout market. But you guys, it is surprising to me, as it probably is surprising to you, that even 2 weeks after the trade deadline has occurred, there still seems to be trade rumors from this season leaking almost each and every day, and the biggest one that we are going to be discussing today involves the Golden State Warriors, and something they might have missed out on big time if this rumor is actually true. If you guys are new to the channel and you enjoy NBA content, believe me, you've come to the right place. As a matter of fact, before we get any further into this video, I'm going to do you all a favor right now. I'm going to stop the video and give you 5 seconds to go down below and subscribe. We're coming out with brand new NBA videos around here, you guys, on a weekly basis. Believe me, you will not regret hitting this button. Also, while you're down there, if you could, you guys, don't forget to slap a like on this video as well. I appreciate all the support y'all give me. Thank you guys so much, but without further ado, let's get into this video. Now, I think I can speak for most NBA fans and the NBA media in general that going into the 2021 trade deadline, the Golden State Warriors were reported to be one of the teams to make the biggest splash in this time, with their situation of being on the brink of a playoff team, and with Klay Thompson obviously being out for the entire year with a torn Achilles. A lot of people in the NBA world were expecting the Golden State Warriors to make a pretty substantial move, if not the biggest one before the trade deadline. And I think it's pretty safe to say, as an NBA fan, as the trade deadline has come and gone, this did not seem to be the case, as the only 2 moves the Golden State Warriors made before the 2021 NBA trade deadline were trading away Marquise Chris and Brad Wanamaker for relatively nothing. However, in the coming weeks of the trade deadline, there seems to be one major rumor that is flying around the league that does involve the Golden State Warriors, which, if it actually does turn out to be true, I am at a loss for words, but also involving the New Orleans Pelicans. Again, before I get into this, if you have not seen this already before watching this video, you need to take this trade rumor with a grain of salt, as once again, I will reiterate the fact that this is a trade rumor. There is no current concrete evidence as I am making this video that points to the fact of this trade scenario being an actual situation that went down, but again, this is something that has been flying around the league over the course of the last couple of days, so I felt like I was obligated to talk about this, as it is rumored that the Golden State Warriors were offered Lonzo Ball and a first-round pick in exchange for Kelly Oubre Jr. in itself. And yes, as you can probably figure out and put the pieces together, they declined. Which I could be wrong as I am saying this, let me know in the comments, but if you are an NBA fan with at least half of a brain, if you're thinking about this situation from the standpoint of the Golden State Warriors, this is a grade A mistake in terms of not accepting this trade. Again, I'm really hoping Bob Myers just steps out to the media over the course of the next couple days and just debunks this whole rumor and says that this is not true, because again, if this was a horrible, and I mean horrible, move by the Warriors to not take this deal. And with this rumor pretty much taking over the NBA world over the course of the last week, I'm going to be getting into my 3 main reasons of why the Warriors should have taken this deal in a heartbeat if this was presented to them. And these reasonings can also somewhat point to the fact of why this rumor may not be true, but you can take them either way you want. But the first reason, and I'm going to be keeping this as simply as I possibly can, is Kelly Oubre Jr. and his contract. Now, don't get me wrong, if you are a generic NBA fan or you are a Golden State Warriors fan, I'm sure you have watched your handful of Kelly Oubre moments so far this season. And while yes, he has been a decent player for the Golden State Warriors this year, I feel like I can confidently come out and say that he has been underperforming to what they were expecting of him. Even with, no matter how you look at Kelly Oubre Jr. this year in terms of his production for the Golden State Warriors, his contract in itself is something that the Golden State Warriors shouldn't be looking to keep in any aspect whatsoever, as he is an unrestricted free agent come the 2021 NBA free agency period. And unless the Golden State Warriors have somehow received verbal commitment from Kelly Oubre Jr. that he plans to re-sign in the 2021 free agency period, I don't see a world where they would want to keep him for the package that they were receiving from the New Orleans Pelicans in this. Which is going to get into the second point that I wanted to discuss in this video, which was fitting Lonzo Ball into the situation of the Golden State Warriors, because the only way I could see anybody looking at this trade and thinking it was a good idea for the Golden State Warriors to decline this would have to do with the fact of them thinking about the Golden State Warriors rotation setup and the fact that they are very strong in the backcourt already, and basically sitting there there and telling themselves that Lonzo Ball would not fit into this system and this offense, and it would kind of mess up everything that they have going forward. And I guess I can kind of understand where you're coming from if this is what you thought originally when seeing this. However, it still does not give the Golden State Warriors a reason for not going through with this deal. As thinking about the reason of why we thought the Golden State Warriors were going to be the team to make the biggest move before the deadline this year, they need players now more than ever just to keep their relevance alive and make the playoffs this year. And I'm not sure, you guys, I could just be speaking for myself, but I personally think that the Golden State Warriors would have a better shot of making the playoffs if they had Lonzo Ball over Kelly Oubre Jr. And even getting back into the idea of the Golden State Warriors going through and pulling the trigger on this trade, there's really one of two ways that I could see this situation going. One being they actually go through with trying to sign Lonzo Ball to an extension after his rookie contract that is expiring at the end of this season, which again, I do know, as we discussed recently, would be a sticky situation in terms of looking at their backcourt, but I really do feel like this is something they could easily fix in due time. I feel like a lot of teams around the entire NBA have a lot of potential to see in Lonzo Ball going forward, and I feel like they definitely could have found a way to get Steph Curry, Lonzo Ball, and Klay Thompson all in the same lineup. But we can even look at it in the situation that, say the Warriors do go through with this trade and they have no expectations to keep Lonzo Ball, signing him to a big extension after his rookie contract expires. And in this situation, if the Warriors had full intentions to do this, I really still see no harm or no foul in terms of why they did not accept this deal. Because even when looking at the situation of letting Lonzo Ball walk after trading for him because they do not want to pay him the amount of money that he is probably going to earn from some specific team, even with this trade rumor that has been mentioned, they are still receiving draft capital in the process. Like, I don't know, you guys, I could just be crazy, but if I were an NBA GM and some team walked up to me and offered me 1 year of Lonzo Ball and a first round pick in exchange for Kelly Oubre Jr., I am taking this trade deal in a heartbeat, no questions asked. But me saying this might have to do with the fact that I am not an NBA GM. I don't know, that's just what I would take with the situation. And I don't know, you guys, as I look at this situation more and kind of debunk the reasons of why the Warriors either would or would not accept this trade, it seems to be pointing more in the direction of this actually not being a true rumor. I don't know, you guys, I really don't feel like we're ever going to be able to find out if it was actually true and they did decline this offer. But still, the fact that this may be true, this was definitely something I felt like I had to go over in a video for you guys. Because if it somehow does come out down the line that this actually was a trade offer and the Golden State Warriors went forward and declined it for Lonzo Ball, I feel like it honestly could be one of the more ridiculous trade declines I have ever heard in my life. I'm not sure. If this was true, I really don't see a right rhyme or reason of why the Golden State Warriors would want to decline this. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think this trade scenario was actually a real thing? And if so, should the Golden State Warriors have accepted it? As always, you guys, I'm really hoping you did enjoy this video. And if you did, don't forget to leave a like on it down below and subscribe. Brand new NBA videos on a daily basis, you guys. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You don't want to miss out on what we have on the channel coming forward. I appreciate each and every one of you that watch my videos to the moon and back, you guys. Thank you so much for all the support on the channel recently. So thank you guys so much once again for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next video.